Hey guys, Yankee here, and today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on One Piece Volume 34. This volume picks right back up. We left on a cliffhanger towards the end of the Davy Back fight. We wrapped that up, I think, in the first chapter, maybe two. Um, Luffy defeats Foxy because he had a piece of a broken mirror, reflects Foxy's attack back at him, and then just clocks him a good one while Foxy's frozen, wins the match. And so Luffy gets to decide what crew member he takes. Oh, they're looking for a carpenter. Here are all these carpenters that are on the ship. Like, ooh, who will be their shipwright? And Luffy chooses none of them. He just takes their flag, which was an option that was established in the last volume. So that's fun. We wrap that up. He brings the flag to the old man whose horse had got shot. And we sort of wrap that story up. And then we get an admiral from the Navy, Admiral Aokiji. He shows up. He was looking for Robin to see what she's doing after she ran off from Crocodile, uh, and he found her. He's like a weird. He's tall, first of all. He says he practices lazy justice, and he's just like sleeping all the time. And he also has some sort of connection to Luffy's grandfather, who he mentions here. Um, and he's looking for Robin. We get a little bit of mention of sort of Robin's past. They mention that she has a 79 million berry bounty, which I don't think they had said at this point, and that she had had that bounty on her head since she was just 8 years old. And then Aokiji, being a nice guy, helps the old man from Long Ring Long Land get to, his, what would it be? Tribe? Group? I don't know. He basically helps him like get back to his family and stuff after he'd been stuck on those stilts for years. And there's a funny interaction between that old man and Luffy where like Aokiji offers to help him and Luffy's like, "Don't trust this guy. He's with the Navy," and the old man's just like, "Isn't that good? He's with the Navy." And Luffy's like, "Oh yeah, that's right. The Navy does help people," um, which I think is a good moment to put in this book because one thing I like about One Piece in general is like pirates and navy and just regular people. They're not homogenous. Like all pirates aren't good. All navy isn't bad. All humans are just all regular, just normal citizens. Don't all think the same way. So we've got this old man who was helped by Luffy, is nice to Luffy, is thankful for Luffy, but also doesn't distrust the navy. He's just like a normal guy. So I think that's good. Um, it's a good to have in the series. And so Aokiji, he was here to check up on Robin, said he wasn't going to attack, changes his mind. He freezes Robin solid because we established that he has really strong ice powers. He's like an ice Logia, and that's how he helped the old man get back to, or be able to travel to his family and stuff. Is he just froze the ocean so the old man can sort of hop from these little islands to get caught up with them. Um, so Robin's frozen. Aokiji is just dominating everybody. Like Zoro goes to attack, Sanji goes to attack, Luffy goes to attack, and he just like freezes Zoro's arm, freezes Sanji's leg, freezes Luffy's fist, and he's just like sweeping the floor with them basically. Luffy basically sends everybody away, says like, "I'm gonna deal with this guy by myself. You guys just get out of here." And like the fight isn't even really a fight. It's like a couple pages. I remember watching this in the anime, and it was like a 3, 4, 5 minutes of Luffy and Aokiji going back and forth. Not in this. Like it's quick. Like Luffy gets like one attack maybe, and then Aokiji just freezes him, and then leaves and basically says, "Hey, I could kill you right now. You help take care of Crocodile. We're just gonna call it even here." And then he takes off, and then basically everybody's panicking, trying to fix everybody because Luffy and Robin are frozen solid, and so we get like a nice moment where like everybody else has to sort of pick up the pieces. They're still on the shore of Long Ring Long Land. It's like, all right, what should we do? Should we head out? And now he's like, well, no, we can't really take off. Luffy is frozen. Robin's in bad shape. Let's just relax here for a few days and sort of get everything under control. And then we get like a couple day time skip where like Luffy's now feeling better. Robin's coming out feeling better. And it's just like an interesting moment where Luffy is incapacitated and things have gone bad, and like everybody else has to kind of step up to make sure everything functions. And so everybody's back. They're on their boat. They're just traveling to the next island where they see a frog. And a frog swimming, giant frog swimming. Shouldn't be a big deal, except he's swimming the front crawl, which this is just one of those things in One Piece where it's like ridiculous and it's silly. And I don't know why, like how Oda's like, you know what? I want to make a frog just swim like a human. But it's just like a silly moment and it's a lot of fun. Luffy sees this and is like, all right, we're gonna chase after that. And then we also get another funny crew moment where Luffy and Robin had just basically come out of their rooms after, they're being defeated. And Luffy's acting normal. Robin is kind of acting normal too. Nami's like, Robin, he's weird. Of course he's going to be acting like this. If you need to rest more, go rest. And then Luffy, Zoro, Chopper, Usopp start chasing after the frog. And Nami comes out and is like, where are you going? Stop. Just leave the frog alone. And Luffy's like, well, just tell me where the frog's going. I want to see, we want to follow it. And Robin just sort of butts in, is like, it's going that way. And like Sanji's talking about how to cook frog. And like Nami's the odd one out here where everybody else is like, yeah, let's chase after this silly frog. And it's just a fun moment. And one that kind of stood out to me. We see a lighthouse, and it turns out it is a train station. We learn about the sea train that, travels on the water. We meet some new characters, Kokoro, Chimney, and Gonbei, Kokoro is an old woman, Chimney is a young girl, Gonbei is her pet cat that is actually a rabbit, I think is how that works. Meet them, befriend them, and they sort of help us out. We're going to the next town, which is Water 7, an island known for its shipwrights and being able to fix ships and stuff. And so it's like the perfect place for us to go on our journey. We need somebody that can fix our ship, just right in this second, but we also need somebody to join the crew to help take care of it, right, and maintain it. So it's the perfect place to go. So we get to Water 7, and we just, Water 7 is one of my favorite islands in the series. It's just so interesting. You have, this giant fountain at the top, just sort of all the streets are basically just waterways. It's just a really cool-looking town. The story of it, all right, used to be, there used to be, a bunch of shipwrights here. We got this guy, Iceberg, who sort of was a great shipwright himself, united all of these shipbuilding companies to form Galley-La Company, which is, this massive shipbuilding company that's sort of taken over the island. He became the mayor. Just lots of cool stuff going on in here, the way the waterways work, talking about this elevator where it's basically just a room with a little door at the bottom, and then that shuts and it fills it with water to help people get to the next level, because everybody's riding around on these little seahorse guys called bulls. Just everything about how Water 7 works and looks and all of that just really works for me, and it makes it a really cool island, and probably my favorite in the whole series. It's just great. We also sort of learn about Galley-La and sort of the shipbuilders here on this island, and how they're all strong, which is great when Luffy and them are here looking for one to join them on their pirate ship. They can all fight, and so they're not afraid to help pirates get their ships fixed or build ships for pirates, because if a pirate steps out of line and tries to take it by force without paying what Galley-La is owed, they just take care of that. And we're shown that in this volume, where they just easily handle this pirate basically trying to get his ship repaired for free. What else do I have here in my notes? Iceberg is the mayor, the Water President Bulls. Alright, so everybody's exploring the island. Luffy, Usopp, Nami, they took the gold they got from Skypiea and are trading it in for cash so they can then fix the Mary. And they end up getting 300 million berries, which is insane. We just got a bunch of money from that, which is great. Zoro is hanging out on the ship, and he is attacked by the Frankie family. They are a group of bounty hunters. They attack pirates, capture them, turn them in for their bounty, and then take the pirate ships and demolish them and like sell the scraps. And so they pop up here towards the end of this volume a few times. Like they try and steal the money that Luffy, Nami, and Usopp are carrying, and then eventually at the end of this volume they've taken Usopp, and we don't know what's going on with that. Chopper and Robin are out exploring the town, and then Robin's just having a fun time with Chopper. They're going to a bookstore, and then a mysterious person in a mask, which we've established that on a nearby island that you can take the sea train to, there's like a festival, like a mask festival, so a bunch of people are hanging out in masks and stuff. A masked individual walks past Robin and just says like, I'm CP9. We don't know what that means. We see Robin basically abandon Chopper and following this guy, and we have no idea what their connection is yet. And then finally, the sort of way we wrap up this volume is we've got all this money. We've come to the island with some of the best shipwrights in the world. We can finally get the Mary fixed. One of them goes to check out the Mary, and we learn that the Mary is unfixable. You can't do anything about it. It's taking way too much damage. And that's sort of the cliffhanger we're left on. It's like, yeah, your ship, it's no good. This is a great volume. Okay, first of all, SBS, there's nothing really of note. The cover story of Gedatsu sort of landing on this island and trying to find a hot spring with this guy that he met, still going on. They stumbled upon a giant mole with like a pickaxe. That's it. Not a whole lot going on there. This volume is great. So much gets done in this volume. Like, we wrap up the Davy back fight. We meet Aokiji. We get our butts kicked. We stumble upon the sea train and the like train station in the ocean. Eventually get to Water 7, explore the city a little bit, and then learn about how the Mary's unfixable. So much ground is covered in this one volume. It's insane. Yeah, this is just a great volume and a great kickoff to my favorite arc of the series, right? So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.